Here, share. All right. See if we can get some people on here, maybe. I'm going to try to get Greg talked into coming on here, which we've never done before, is bring somebody on. And also, I kind of got a different spot here. I'm on the hood of my car, but I'm going to try to bring Greg and those guys. They're up there right now working on Seth's 56, so I'm going to try to put a big old stop in the process of that. We'll see, though. I'm going to wait and get a few people on here, see if Greg will come on here, and I got a series of questions for him. See if we can get him on here. Also, let me know if you can hear me fine. Yeah. Let me know if you can hear me fine. And I do have the heater running right now, so if I need to turn that off, I can. I got a couple lights. For some reason, I don't know if it's in my phone setting or what, but it's really dark. Sounds good to me. Thanks, Dad. Oh, man. What's everybody up to today? I know we had basketball today. I came home, and my intentions were to get right after working out in the shop, and I had to take a little power nap. I was tired. Now I'm energy in a can. Now I'll probably switch over to Coors Lights here in a minute. Also, I've been told that not everybody can comment on here, so I tried reading up on it a little bit ago. Like I said, I woke up at like 6:15 and I still had to run to the store and get some diesel for the heater and stuff like that, but I need to figure out what you guys got to do to be able to comment. It makes it a lot easier to keep these kind of going when I can answer questions if people have questions or anything like that. And also, I'm really kind of tripped out about I don't know if Facebook is like screening, which obviously they do, but I feel like they're screening anything that I put on Facebook, as in like sharing YouTube. I know several people that have been like, hey, I don't see any of your posts or anything like that. So I got to be able to share it on Facebook, you know what I mean? So let's go see if I can figure out how to. Oh yeah, okay, cancel that. Interesting. It had, say that, mute microphone. Huh, interesting. Uh-oh. I think it's freezing up on me. Is it freezing up? It just looks like it glitched on me. I got 2 people on here, then it said I had 8 people, and then it glitched right back to 2 people. So either people are clicking on and clicking off because they can't hear me because of my heater, or my internet's shoddy. Let me make sure my internet, no, still working. Okay, cool. For some reason, let's hook back up to my Wi-Fi. Learn more. Interesting. So obviously one of the two people that are watching right now is my dad. So I'm having technical difficulties here. Technical difficulties. I should be able to go in here, share this. Reconnecting. If you go to YouTube, you can. Okay, Shane's got something here. If you click on link, you can't comment, but if you go to YouTube, you can comment. Okay, that makes sense. So it won't let you comment because, and that's another thing that I'm trying to figure out. Is how I can kind of link my Facebook with the YouTube and maybe even go live on both platforms. But at this point in time, I honestly feel like Facebook is like screening everything that I post that has anything to do with YouTube, because we used to get like 15 to 30 people on these live feeds when I had it on just Facebook. And now that I've switched over here, I'm having trouble getting everybody on there. And then not only that, like I'll post something on a page or a group or whatever, share a video, and there will be like 3 views on that video. And there's a couple of those that have like 75,000, 80,000 followers on there. So it's just kind of doesn't add up. I feel like they're kind of halfway screening what I got going on. But I'd like to be able to checking from Central Point. What's up, Dave? Dave's checking in from Central Point. I'm just out here. I was hoping to be able to get Greg on here, and I'm missing a full deal here. Save highlight. Really annoying. So let's go ahead and bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Learn more. Interesting. So now I got 5 people on here. That's cool. Everybody, like Shane said, if you clicked on a link and it took you to YouTube, you cannot comment. So if you're trying to comment on this video, you have to actually go to the YouTube, find the video, which I'm going to try to address that and see if I can get it straightened out. Also, I'm really irritated. Things are completely different from last weekend when. So I'm going to try to rotate this. Yeah, it'll tell me to rotate it back. I'm missing a full icon here that usually will allow me to add somebody. Well, that's a buzzkill. Well, very annoying here. Okay, hold on, guys. Like I said, bear with me. We're gonna try to figure out crimping my new set of injectors. Crimping my new set of injectors. Buffer. Yeah, sorry, Shane. I didn't click off, but it should be good now. I don't know what the heck's going on. So hopefully, if Greg will comment on here, if Greg comments on here, which I'm trying to do with Shane right now, if he will comment, oh boy. Welcome to remember. I'm not squinting at you guys. I'm trying to read. I'm trying to read. Actually, my phone is further away, so I'm sitting right next to my car, and I'm looking. So my phone. So I had a little piece of deal here. My phone. Um, what's up, Russ? My phone's up against the hood scoop on my car, and I'm all the way in front of my car, so I'm like a little bit distance away, and for some reason I gotta squint to see stuff. Alrighty, let's go. It's really, if somebody could get on, let me look here real quick, create a post. Alright, well, let's see here. Sit in your car and put the phone on the dash. Sit in the car and put the phone on the dash. I don't have a dash. I do, actually, and I could do that possibly. But man, I wasn't set up for that. Russ, that's a good idea though. I might have to do that. I might have to get off here and figure out how to bring Greg on here. That was the whole point of tonight's live feed, was I was going to bring Greg on here. I got a series of questions that I wrote down just to try to put him on the spot. It's kind of funny. I think Greg would probably be more apt to make this YouTube channel work than I am. I get more questions on what Greg's up to and what his plan is with the C10 and all that stuff. So I was just going to put him on the spot and see if he would actually comment. Sometimes Greg, unless he's into the whiskeys, he'll clam up. What's going on? I am just frustrated at my YouTube. Everybody hear me just fine though still? It honestly feels like it's really glitchy. So if it's buffering, I can click off this and get off my Wi-Fi. So like while I'm talking, it looks like my lips are moving slower than like what my brain's saying. Sounds clear to me. Cool. I won't worry about it then. Okay, okay. Remove report for the channel. Okay. Remove report actions. I did it. Remove report. Go to the channel. I know. Very frustrating. But who else? Get on here if you guys want me to. I mean, because if you guys don't want Greg on here, that's cool. But either way, I need to figure out if I'm going to continue to do these live feeds. I'm either going to have to figure the way to bring these people on here so it'll help kind of create content with me, because I only have so many stories, and Greg, you're coming on here, dude. But either way, Greg, I can put you on timeout, add as a moderator. Don't be a dick, Greg. That's bullshit, my man. That's what I just told everybody, that you'd probably, if you weren't into the whiskeys, you probably wouldn't come on here. I didn't even think I could get you on here anyway. It used to have an option. Yeah. Everybody needs to... Allegedly, you've been working. Well, Seth is a slave driver. They've been up there working on Cess 56 all weekend. Seth's still up there, Greg, or is he has he left? He's kind of an ammy. He's probably already long gone. Him here still. Well, Greg, see if you can request to be on the live feed. Air quotes working. No, Greg's a work, dude. As long as you can keep him off TikTok. If you keep him off TikTok and keep some nails and hammers out of his hand the last couple of weeks, all he's been doing is hammering and nailing shit. But that's all good. But if he's got his working cap on, we put some stuff in. Like I said, we put in some work on this Chevelle for like, I mean, he could probably correct me if I'm wrong, but I felt like I was up there 2 times a month for like 3 months there for a while when we did this Chevelle. I think it will work without earbuds, Greg, but if it don't, it might echo. So we'll just have to try it. If you are able to get on here, we'll just have to try it. And if not, then you might have to put some earbuds in or whatever. We got 9 people on here. That's awesome. And like Shane said, if you guys clicked on the link on Facebook and you're trying to comment and it won't let you comment, hold up, let me read that real quick. From South Empire Disposal, just sold that bracket Chrysler he got a Wally in a few years back. Always wondered what it would have done on the street. Interesting. I live right up the road from South Umpqua Disposal. And yeah, that was a pretty cool car. That was a neat car. Who bought that thing? Do you know who bought that, Dave? Anyways, if you're trying to comment and you can't comment, go click off of here and go directly to YouTube and pull up my channel and go on the live feed. You'll be able to comment from there, I do believe, or you might even have to just log into your YouTube account. Interesting. Yeah, I live right up the street from those guys. I think, I don't know him personally, but I'm pretty sure it's that Chuck guy you're talking about. Stopped me. I was driving Rob Naremore's car. I was just taking it for a test drive after I put a rear end, or changed the gears in the rear end and put a whole TRZ front suspension, did some stuff like that. Well, I wanted to take it down the road and make sure everything was kosher, and he stopped me, and shit, I ended up talking to the guy for probably a half hour, just bullshitting back and forth or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's who that was. He was definitely trying to talk me into doing a burnout in Rob's car. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Pro Charge motor from that Mark Jones has was bought from that Chuck guy. I'm pretty sure, because I think he was partners. My Chevelle it'll smoke them Bernies. The Burnemans don't want none of that this Chevelle on the street. Now, all kidding aside, I don't have no idea. I don't even know. They have made a couple passes on the street with that Plymouth or whatever, but I'm not sure. I would assume they have a bigger tire than me or whatever, but I'd race them probably. If it made sense. I mean, I'm not going to lose money over the deal. Okay. That's what I thought, Shane. That is what I thought. Well, thank you. I wouldn't bet on me quite yet, but it won't be from a lack of effort. I promise you that. We've been things have got kind of slow around here for a couple different reasons. I've been slow on money. I've been working on Tom's car when I can, but man, between basketball and then work, I've been working long hours. Greg will give me shit because every time he calls me, I'm taking a nap, but I have to take a nap every day because of I have a health condition. It's called I'm lazy, and so. Ooh, almost. Hold up a minute. I'm gonna change something here. The way that this phone, that's a little better. I don't, Russ, that's another thing that I wanted to bring up. Hold on, let me get this freaking phone deal situated here. What are you laughing at, Greg? Yeah, start talking smack. I ain't afraid to talk some smack. Those Brennerman boys, if they're on here, they know that we ain't afraid to run our mouth a little bit. It's all for fun, though. Oh, yeah. No, I'm a nap taker, dude. I have that health condition. My shoulder, it hurts. Yeah, my dad tried, what's that, bud? What's a cure for my shoulder pain? Honestly, Dad, it is getting a little bit better. I still can't really raise my shoulder above my head. Like I can't do this with this arm. But aside from that, as long as I favor it a little bit, it's just fine. Whiskey, that is a good. Here in a second, I'll be switching over to beers. But like I said, guys, I don't want to be a broken record here, but if you want to comment on here and you are having trouble commenting, click off of if you clicked on the Facebook link, click back out, just go to youtube.com, find the channel, and enter into the live feed here, and you should be able to comment. At least I'm pretty sure Shane is right. I'm gonna definitely bank on him being right. That road that you posted the other day, Avenue G in Mexico, it's like a blocked over from Jackson County Sheriff. I have no idea what you're talking about, Dave. I have no idea. I don't know what G Avenue Mexico Road you're talking about. I don't know Jackson the Sheriff. Anyways, so yeah, if you guys want to comment on here, make sure you do that. I guess Greg, I guess Greg's or Seth's probably stewing right now because he's wanting to keep wrenching, and Greg's probably TikToking or something. What do you Deloney Motorsports, what are you going to be bringing out? Are you going to be bringing anything fun out this year? Are you going to stick to racing at the track, or what are you thinking? It's crazy. We're already at almost 25 minutes. I know the first chunk of this I was messing around trying to figure out how to use this thing. I really would like to bring Greg on here. I'll check. I'm gonna sound something. What? No? Okay. Gangster. Some messages such as potential may not be visible. We got heavy ass yellow 55 Chevy races here. It will probably run 11s. Perfect. Yeah, I just watched your walk around video of that thing, your little update you were pulling the headers and stuff off, getting ready to have them Cerakoted or whatever you're having them coated. Sure is a nice looking little car. Are you gonna miss that Nova? That Nova was a pretty bad hammer. Oh, whatever, Greg. It's cool, dude. I literally have a full list of questions. I have a full list of questions here that I was going to ask you, just to put you on the spot, because I mean, you ain't that popular, but I've had probably, over this period of time of working, when I really started posting videos on YouTube or whatever, you know, Greg's helped me out a lot, so all the videos a lot of the videos he's in or brought up in, so but I guess God, it really bums me out. How to add somebody in a chat. Hold up. Okay, remove can manage block. No, I don't want to do that. Jesus, criminy! It kicked me off. I had to reset my password and everything. I did it in record time, dude. I was getting it on, but I lost so many freaking people. There are 10 or 11 people on here. Oh, that's frustrating. Sorry guys. You all frozen up on my end on the TV and my Obama phone. Pause for a drink, I guess. No, I thought I had it figured out. I thought I was going to be able to add Greg. No way, I've lost everybody. I've lost them all. I know. I don't know why. It literally booted me. All good. So you hear me good? Man. It shows that only one people's still here, brother. Okay, cool. Damn it. That's frustrating. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure out how to bring somebody on here. It's really discouraging because I think it would have been pretty fun to have Greg on here. Yeah, I'll let it ride. I mean, like I said, I'm just kind of winging it at this point. Sorry, guys. It kicked me off for some reason. I thought I had it figured out how to add Greg, and then it logged me out of my YouTube, but luckily it was still going when I went. I had to reset my password, or not reset it, I had to re-enter my password, and then it let me get back on the live feed, but I clicked out. Okay, I see you, Dad. I had to click out, and now I'm back. Anyways, one of the comments, which, I mean, for now, I guess we got 6 people back on here. I've been asked, and Seth might say differently, but somebody asked me the other day if Greg's ever available to do some work or whatever, and I don't think that Greg has any time on a schedule at all, so to do any work on anybody else's car. I think Seth at this point has his own locks on Greg's shop, so nobody can come in or out unless Seth allows them to. But that's just for the simple fact that we're ready to get that 56 out, and I think once that 56 is out, we're gonna do pretty good with that car. Sorry guys, I'm trying to read this. Something just popped up. Some guideline deal. Hopefully I'm not getting a guideline strike. it just sent me a deal, and it came up fast, and I think it, no way. Are you back on here, Greg? Okay, I did some searching and you are supposed to send the invite link. Okay, hold up then. Share. Copy link. Okay. Okay. Wonder why. Shane will be back. I have a feeling he's probably maybe it's because I'm in the upright. I wonder if it's because rotate device. Once you start a live feed, you have to go this way. God, that's really frustrating. I should figure this stuff out before I just wing it, but I'm usually pretty good at winging it. So anyways, Greg, if you're on here, what is your plans with the C10 pickup? As far as like, I've had people ask me if you're going to like tube chassis it or do anything like that. Well, I think what it is, guys, I'm drawing a blank here, but I'm pretty sure last week I started a live feed in like the regular upright position, and it gives you more options, and I think that's probably what Shane's doing. I didn't think so. I usually answer that question with the same thing, Greg, is you're going to keep it basically as it is. As far as like the chassis goes, you're not going to back half it or nothing, but you are planning on changing motor platforms in it, aren't you? You're going to do that LS Walmart, baby. Whoa. Oh, I forgot you have that Nova. Dude, you're already wrecked a Nova, bud. You can't have another Nova. The Nova gods will fucking... They will burn you at the stake, bud. Speaking of steak, are you guys cooking steaks? You're talking about for the, oh... Yeah. I'm not going to say that you're a bad driver, but your record will speak for itself. You crashed the S10. Don't say... Greg is good at retiring rigs. How many times did you crash that S10? I think you crashed it more than once. He says he wants to win more than he wants to lose. Or wait, what do you say? I just want to win more than most. Okay. Just once. Oh. So you wrecked it the first time, and then that's when you built all that weird shit all around the motor and stuff? Alright, I'm back. beer number one. I should have a little beer counter up there. Wreck the Dodge more than once. Cool, I got 8 people back on here. That's pretty good. These live feeds, guys, really help out a lot. Also, something that helps out as far as helping me grow the channel is sharing it. I know sometimes it gets kind of repetitive, seeing the same thing over and over on your live feeds, but honestly, that's the best way to get it found, because not everybody gets on there and is able to watch a video, you know, watch a video at that point in time when I share it. So if you share it, then it might give them time to come back. I should go live on Facebook after this. I can't. Cheers. I can't go live on DC Chip Seal page anymore because it's a group and it won't let me go live. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to switch over here. I honestly thought this platform was going to be better. I have more followers on here than I do on YouTube or on Facebook, and then if Facebook isn't shadow banning me, I guess I could do my main page, but we get a lot of... I shared it on my main page. I haven't done it yet myself, but I'm going to try that one of these days. Anyways, back to what I was saying. If you guys share this for me, how many people did we have on TikTok that night? Within a minute, there was over 300 people on Greg. So we went live on TikTok one night. Greg and I did up at his house. And it was like, I don't even think my channel did it have like 800 subscribers or something? It was only like 800. And I forgot what we were working on. And Greg's like, well, let's just try going live on TikTok. He never went live on TikTok before. And he clicked the button. He's like, oh my God, look at this. And it was within a minute. And we were well over 300 people on there. But we didn't have much to say. We just kind of were like, so it really dove off quick. That's the part that's hard, guys, is like, I know there's a lot of people that like watching the live feed and like being part of it and like commenting and all that stuff, but they kind of are reserved or whatever. But don't be. I like questions. It's fun, especially like nights like tonight where there ain't a whole lot of stuff going on. There you go. But it's just a cool little deal to do every so often. And I also don't want to do it. I probably can only do this once or twice a month. And I really would like to figure out how to get people on here to where we could chat with people, you know, so they can, Greg or whoever can be at home. And then also, I kind of, Russ, go back to your comment. That was another thing I have on my list here to bring up is, I'm working right now. I know that this sounds kind of silly, but, I am in the process of getting t-shirts made, and designed. They will say DC Chip Seal Junkies on them somewhere, probably on a sleeve or somewhere small. This is going to be more promoting my car and myself and my YouTube, and then also helping promote the people that help me. And I have had some people ask me, hey man, what can I do to help you? Um, and the easiest thing to help me as far as like getting the channel out there or help me with my car is just sharing as much of this as you can on your platforms. So share. I know, like I said, sometimes it's repetitive, but also I'm not like huge or have like this big name or a huge following or anything like that, but I am in the process of having t-shirts made. I'll sell them between $20 and $25 a piece, probably, depending on what I have to pay for them. I am hopefully, like I said, I don't want to get too into detail with all the logistics of that, but hopefully I'll get a little bit of help. Where are you going to have do the shirts? Let me come back to that because I don't remember, but I have his card. It's the same guy that Kelly Chambers uses, and Chad and all those guys. Basically, all the guys that are around here use them. It's a really good deal. Like it's kind of pricey at first, but I really feel like it's a good way to help feed the beast as far as like keeping this car going and stuff like that. Because like I said, not to dwell on being a broke ass, but I'm a broke ass. I have a family, 2 small kids, you know, so I don't have a humongous budget to just throw this thing all the time. And it's taken me 3 years to build this car that, you know, some people could have done in a year or a year and a half or whatever. And, you know, and I'm not even done with it. I still have a fair amount of stuff to do. I feel like the big part of the car is done. But anyways, with that being said, the t-shirt thing isn't to be like, I don't feel like I'm any bigger than I was last year before I even started doing the YouTube channel stuff like as much as I am. I don't feel like I'm doing it for any sort of reasoning behind that. I just want to try to help come up with a way to help me keep this car going, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's the best way, because you're getting something by, you know, helping me, and I'm giving you a shirt in return, you know what I mean? And, you know, at $20 or $25 a piece, that could add up pretty quick where you guys could help me out, and you know, should be a pretty good deal. Anyways, I kind of rattled on there, and it's crazy. I've been screwing off. Oh, you guys, if you guys want to keep going on here, we're at 43 minutes right now. It doesn't matter. I won't have as many views if we go really long. I will have they have like different grades of views. It really don't hurt my channel. It kind of t-shirts, my friend, when you get it. Okay, sounds good, Russ. And like I said, for the DC Chip Seal Junkie guys, the fans or whatever, we do have the ability to have like these shirts made. But we've never got them in any sort of we all doing what we can out here when the car's ready to. I'm in for a t-shirt for sure. Big. Yeah, but we haven't made, and eventually I would like to do have an option mainly in hoodie sweaters for the DC chip seal stuff. But block Chevelle twin turbo. Big block Chevelle twin turbo. Yeah, buddy. But I know it's hard because I get a lot of people that want a t-shirt like the ones that me and Greg and like Mike Mitchell and his wife, they're the ones that had these ones made. and they're somewhat pricey, so there's no way to justify making a bulk amount of them because there's no it just doesn't make sense financially to print 200 of them when when you're paying $18 or $20 a piece for them and can only sell them for 25, which there's a little bit of a margin there or whatever. But yeah, I'm excited. I have some ideas for the design of the shirt. We've always called my car the Gray Ghost. And it kind of grew on me, and then it kind of here lately I've been kind of like, I like the Gray Ghost. I think it's a cool name for the car or whatever. But I've kind of thought about maybe trying to change the name of it, but I think I'll probably leave it at that. And not only that, it'd make for a cool shirt, the smoke's coming off the tires or something, going into some ghosts or something. I don't know. We'll come up with something cool with it. Greg must have got off here. Will you all be at the Crazy Kelly No Prep series at Medford this year? Looks fun. Yes. I'm going to do as many of I say that kind of frugally, you know what I mean? But I'm going to go to as many of the Kelly stuff as we can. Kelly's always helped and supported me, so I'm going to definitely try to support that race and series and stuff. It is a lot of fun. So yeah, we'll be there. And like I said, the plan is to be able to have shirts and merch there to sell that kind of stuff. But our buddy Chad, he won last year's No Prep Series. And then it was Gabe took second, Seth took third, and so on and so forth. 50 Shades of Gray Ghost. Hell yeah. No, there's definitely a lot of cool names out there. I'm not a huge name person. I'm not good at picking names. It's just like this YouTube channel. I had my wife, I had Greg, I had everybody who's like, man, what should we name this channel? And Greg kind of came up with, Seth has always called me, I kind of resent him for this, but he's always called me the Knuckle Dragger because I don't know why he calls me that. I do know why, because he's kind of a dickhead, but he calls me the Knuckle Dragger, or you're a Knuckle Dragger, or whatever. But, so, all kidding aside, Greg calls me one day and he's like all pumped up. He's like, man, I got this name. You got it. KDR. I'm like, what? He's a Knuckle Dragger Racing. It's like, what a dick. So those are the kind of friends that I have. They just like to shoot me down. But honestly, I kind of will run with it. I think it's actually kind of a clever name. I wish Seth would come on here and comment why he calls me a Knuckle Dragger, but I'm pretty sure I know why. But that was weird. That was weird. That's what friends are for sure. But any one of my friends, man, I got a good group of friends. I've had so much help and support with this car. It's so cool. And that's why, like I said, that's what's kind of cool about the whole deal with people asking me how they can help. I mean, I got, the car ain't even done yet, and people are wanting to help support. Yeah, exactly. Friends. No, Seth, A little backstory with Seth. Me and him been best friends, or best buddies, Eskimo brothers, whatever you want to call it. For since we were in diapers, man. I think he's a year older than I am, and then my brother's 4 years older than me, and his brother's like 3 or 4 years older than him. But anyways, we all grew up together. Yeah, my friends in high school used to call me lug nut, like my dad says. But so me and Seth have been friends forever, since we were in diapers, like. And that's like no joke. He used to wear this big ass cowboy hat. He'd pull it over his ears. I had a little freaking rat tail. My mom thought it would be cool to let me grow out a little freaking stupid rat tail on the back of my neck. And that prick would walk around and pull on the intake fab video is all you need to see. Good friend with fab skills for sure. But yes, absolutely, man. But dude, he would pull my rat tail and he'd bite me and do all this kind of shit. And then we kind of started getting a little older where we could really screw shit up. And he sweet talked me into holding a snooze can out, and he was gonna sharpshooter the snooze can out of my hand with a BB gun or a pellet gun or whatever, some sort of gun that could literally take my eye out. And he shot me in the ear. And then my dumb ass, he was able to sweet talk me again. I said, well, hell, I don't want him to shoot me in the ear, so I'm gonna hold it way out here like this. Then the fucking sharpshooter shot me in the hand. So yeah, we've always been really good friends, and it's kind of been a slippery slope ever since. We're basically lucky to be alive, really. We were pretty ornery back in the day. I used to have a problem with just punching people for no reason, or there was a reasoning behind it usually, but and I feel like he was the number one instigator. What does Greg have to say? You had a rat tail and a rice rocket? Shoot, no wonder you quit to bust a nose. Got to be able to fight when you got out of that run against you. You're very true. Dude, my rice rocket was cool, man. That little fucker ran good. Made 308 horsepower. The thing was fun to drive, man. God, you're making fun of me. See? Bullshit. Anyways, yeah, so we've I'll tell you another bar fight story, me and Seth. I don't even know how it started. Like I said, this has been 100 years ago, it feels like now. Me and Seth used to get off work on Friday night, and we'd go home, take a shower. I'd have to take a nap, of course, because of my disease. And then we'd go out and get some dinner, and we'd close the bar on Friday night. And then we'd wake up the next morning. We'd usually work on hot rods or ride motorcycles or do something crazy. And then we were back at it again on Saturday night. That went on for quite a few years, but it kind of mellowed out. But anyways, we're at this bar. Oh God, hold on. How do you dyno one of those? How big the flame is out of the tailpipe on the two-step in Walmart parking lot. Bud, if you're gonna just get on here and shoot me down, I don't know. I didn't dyno it. I had it dynoed from Kaizen Speed up in Washington. Yeah, they dynoed it, and that actually made 308 horsepower with their injectors. My injectors wouldn't support that much horsepower, so they had a set of injectors. They changed the injectors and changed the tune or whatever, however they did it, and it made 308 horsepower. I didn't have no wing on it. It was a 93 Acura Integra. Had a B18 with and I don't even remember. It had a turbo on it. but I don't remember what size turbo it was. I don't remember nothing about it, and Greg always gives me a bad time that I'm some like ricer dude. Anyways, back to the story. I've tried all I can do to get on the live and share the vid by messenger, my guy. I'm trying to pimp you out. Thanks, Greg. But so we're at this bar that here locally in Roseburg, and I'm about ready to try to whip the shit out of this guy, and the guy like gets in my face and knocks my hat off. So he knocked my hat off on the ground, and Seth's standing behind me. I think it all started with my cousin. I think my cousin was drunk and run his mouth somebody, and I was trying to be a tough guy, you know, kind of deal. And my hat falls on the ground, and my fucking good buddy Seth picks that hat up and puts it on his head and punches me in the ribs and tells me, knock that motherfucker out. Well, the story's history after that, I guess. Luckily, I didn't go to jail. Those were fun nights. And then I think my bachelor party, like I said, this has nothing to do with cars or anything. My bachelor party, we went to the strip bar. We took a bus. I think it was me, Chad Yeager, Vince Pulver went. Oh man, it was pretty rough. I don't really remember everybody that went. And don't be mad if I forgot and you're on here. But a group of us went up there. Well, we were pretty well had a tune-up. We had a couple 30 packs on the way up there. We rode this little short bus, and it's about an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20-minute bus ride from Seth's house up to the Silver Dollar in Eugene. And we went up there, and we were having a good time. And Seth's dad drove. He was the designated driver. And so we go, and we're having a great time. Well, next thing we know, we're trying to leave, kind of, and Seth was to the point where he was just taking Jaeger bombs, and he was just having a good time, and there wasn't, and truth be told, Seth's probably tougher than all of us. He's been a wrestler and grew up on a ranch, and he ain't no, I mean, I wouldn't want to have to fight him. But anyways, this Seth's getting in this guy's face about something to do with something, I don't remember. Well, this guy that Seth was getting in his face, his buddy, I heard him whisper to this guy right next to him saying that he was going to hit Seth. Well, I was like, no, you're not. You know what I mean? I didn't say nothing. I just watched him, and he kind of squared his feet up like he was going to just like cheap shot Seth. Well, I just reached out and just pawed him. Pow! Dropped him right to the ground. And then I might have hit another guy or two. And Seth's dad was there. And Seth's dad seen the whole thing and was sober. And he had my back. He said, no, I heard what you heard. I was just quick draw McGraw, and I busted that motherfucker upside the mouth. And anyways, long story short, me and Seth got kind of kicked out of the bar, and then the guys met us out in the parking lot. And shit, at this point, I'm pretty sure neither one of us, me or Seth, could have whipped our own way out of a wet paper sack. I mean, we were pretty well tuned up. You know, we had enough aim and oil in us to shoot, but we didn't have any accuracy, if that makes any sense. So then we get on the bus and shit, we don't make it 20 miles back down the road heading home, and Seth had to puke, and they kick the door. So Harry pulls over, and they kick the door open. Seth just falls right out of the frickin' bus, just puking. And then shit, we made it back home. I spent all my money at the bar. We wake up the next morning, and we still have the bus. I borrowed the bus from a friend of mine. We had the bus. Seth's mom came home from work or something, and Seth was sleeping on a piece of plywood in front of his where he lived in a trailer. He was sleeping on a piece of plywood. Amanda wouldn't let him sleep in the house, so he had to sleep out on the floor, and so he could just dry heave all night. Yeah, no, it's pretty funny. It's pretty fun stuff. I know, like I said, we got some pretty wild stories, man. Pretty good stuff, but I mean, we could go on forever, but like I said, I was hoping I'd be able to get Greg on here, and I know that if he'd loosen up, he's a good time. I've been trying to get him to start a YouTuber. He's got a hell of a following on TikTok, mainly because he's kind of a pretty boy, and he's always posting these TikToks that go viral. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty funny shit, dude. I got some stories that I'll keep to ourselves up there one of these nights. Me and Seth were just talking about the other day. If me and Seth played football, we wouldn't be very good because we fumble our way through everything. Mainly because we are mint until we get to drinking. And then we still think that we are like Chuck Norris, but we're not. We're more like, I don't know, we're the shit if we're drinking. Another thing would be cool with these live feeds, guys. Holy crap, an hour and 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm not good at this. Isn't the TikTok a China thing? Excuse me. You'd have to ask Greg. Greg, I think, is financially intertwined. Oh yeah, no, that story's pretty good. God, I don't know I don't want to get nobody in trouble, so I'm not gonna. Oh hell, I'll come up with a way to tell this story. It'd be the last story tonight. So I can't tell that story. I don't know how I'd tell it without letting people know who it is. That's good stuff, though. That was a good hat. That was a good hat. When you have a stripper slide that, heck yeah. When you have a stripper slide a hat between her ham wallet. I don't know if I can say that on here or not. I don't know. But, it no longer is a good hat. And I had a very intelligent guy tell me that the night that this happened. Definitely need to set up a live feed event at the Douglas County RV Park on Graffiti Weekend. That's a pretty good idea. That's a pretty good idea. So graffiti this year ought to be a good time. So we were there was a race scheduled this year, graffiti. I ended up having to work. Seth, I believe, tried to go to the race in Reading, and his motor wasn't done yet, but he took his car and everything, planning on putting the motor in the car down, which wouldn't have worked anyway. I think if I remember right, the car still wasn't the injector driver was still not firing because the wire got cut or something, chewed in half. Whoa. But that would be a good idea. I feel like graffiti this year, I'm hoping we'll get everybody back. Hopefully this car's done. Obviously this car I'm not going to be able to like drive at any sort of distance. I mean, hopefully I'll be able to drive it from like either the fairgrounds or whatever to Pete's Drive-In and then drive it back, kind of deal. But with it being on alcohol and not much of a cooling system at this point, I don't know what it's going to look like, if I'll be able to, oh, excuse me, if I'll be able to have a cooling system on this thing. So I still got 12 people on here. I'm going to keep going as for now, I guess. I don't know that it's going to hurt anything having this thing this long, but we're at 1 minute and 5 seconds, or 1 hour. See, this, I'm pretty incompetent. So 1 hour and 5 minutes. So, educational content. The same fellow that made the hat comment also thought my pickup was a DeLorean and was gonna blast through the T in the road. Yes. Holy smokes. Were you in the front seat, Greg? I think you were. You were in the front seat. Me and Seth were in the back seat. And our DeLorean driver was, we're clipping out between here and there. If I slide my credit card through her damn wallet, will it work? Probably not a good idea, Dave. But we're clipping out through. We're heading home. We've already, I've already ruined a hat. I already had ruined a hat. Greg, our DeLorean driver, drank the titty bar out of Mountain Dew. My co-pilot that was with me already broke the ATM. Yeah. And we're just clipping home. Designated driver, the DeLorean driver had no alcohol in his system ever, I don't think. I think he's a born again sober. Which secretly I'd like to get him drunk one of these days, but it'll probably never happen. We're clipping out through the between Eugene and what do you call it? Where do you live, Greg? Brownsville, Salem. I don't remember where Greg lives. Lebanon. No, you lived in, we were going back to your Brownsville house. So we're clipping. And let me see here. I'm gonna try this angle of the dangle. I don't like it. No, that ain't gonna work either. Anyways, we're clipping out through the straightaway, and it's, I mean, if you've ever traveled the back roads up north, they're long, they're straight, there's nothing to them. But we're doing 70 mile an hour plus probably, and clipping out through there. And all three of us, me, Seth, and we're all very well oiled. I mean, our machines were hitting on all 8 cylinders that night. And all three of us, all at the same time, yell, "Stop! Sign, you know, stop sign." There's freaking, it was a T in the road. And if our driver did not get that thing stopped, we were going to airborne that thing out into a grass field, over a ditch. It would have made for a good story. But yeah, that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. And then I'm pretty sure I went up to Greg's one time. I went straight to all of a sudden 15 mile an hour corner. It wasn't even a 15 mile an hour corner. It was a stop sign, 90 degree left or right. And we were just, and we were all like, whoa, whoa. And I think Seth actually was the first one to go, "Stop, stop, stop." And we're like, "Stop." And all of a sudden, to a stop, I would have been another wrecked item to my roster. Yeah, for sure. You wouldn't chalk that up for yourself, though, bud. So, anyways, yeah, me and Greg one night, and my dad, this is a pretty good dad story. This might be the last story, guys, because I don't want to, I'm going to go get one more beer, and once I'm done with my next beer, we'll call it a night on here, because I still got 12, I can't see, yeah, I got 12 people on here still, but I don't want to bore you guys, So if you guys want me to keep going, I will. Another wreck. All right. Cheers. I invited a few friends here. Let's see who shows up. Man, I can't be on here too long. I mean, I don't know if there's a rule. I guess Limpy's on. I think the limit is like 6 hours. But if I'm still on here in 6 hours, that'll be more than a 12 pack. I'll be at the... Yeah, it ain't good. Thank you. Anyways, back to the story. So, I think... so I wired Shane's car, Shane Prope's car, and I don't remember what the heck. I think that's why I went up there. Yeah, Dave. Why? Yeah, I got a knot, dude. No, I don't remember why. We went up just for like, it was me and my dad, and we went up for something really quick. Like maybe I dropped my transmission off or something. I don't remember why. Well, Greg and Shane and my dad, Vanna's, she's got it going on. We decided to just swing by and get some dinner, and it was probably, I don't know, what time did we get to that bar? What the heck's that bar called, the Dixie or something? Anyways, we got to the bar and we ordered some food. Well, they ended up having a live band, so we ended up I was supposed to be home. I was in the doghouse over this deal, but I was supposed to be home. My dad, obviously, my dad that doesn't drink. I've never had a beer with my dad. Yeah, 12, 13 viewers. We're staying on strong. Wasn't too late, 5-ish. Yeah, I think you're right. So it was still daylight. I'm pretty sure it was like summertime. Yeah, and band came in at like 7, and we were pretty well kind of getting a pretty decent yeah, tune on. And so the band came in and we started carrying on. Well, I was thinking the whole time, well, I got a designated driver, I'll stay until 8, and then I'll stay until 9. And the next thing I know, I have my dad talked into spending the night on the couch at Greg's house. And shit, I even think we got my dad talked into after that. We left the Dixie. I think is that what the bar's called? The Dixie? I'm pretty sure. Hole in the wall frickin' bar in Halsey or wherever it's at. And so then we were on the way home. Greg, my dad's driving or whatever, and we decided to. I think we showed up to the BVT, the Brownsville Tavern, and it was closed, but I think they served us a beer, and we might even took the truck back. Maybe my dad didn't go. Did my dad not go to the BVT? Yeah. Okay. I think my dad. Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right. So game time. I think we went to game time, and then I think my dad. We dropped my dad off at your house, and he went to sleep, and we walked to the BVT, but it was like closed. And Greg. Greg's a regular at the BVT, so he sweet talked the guy into giving us a beer. Well, and we were pretty well toasted, and then he poured us a beer and he said, "All right, guys, that's your last one, kind of deal." Well, me and Greg were ready to leave, so we borrowed the cups and we left. Just beer? I went. Oh, so my dad did go to the BBT. 14 viewers. Yeah, it's cool. But so yeah, we've had some good times up there when, especially like when I'd go up there, I'd literally get off work at 3. I'd come home, load the Chevelle up, and drag it up to Greg's. We'd usually work until 10. We'd go to the bar, drink a few drinks at the bar, have some dinner, and then we'd go back to his place. We'd freaking drink until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Then we'd get up the next morning all hungover, and we'd get right after working on the Chevelle, and then we'd do it again Saturday night. And this went on, like I said, a couple times a month for, oh God, it had to have been 3 or 4 months. It felt like it, at least. And then I'll save the RC car story for a different night. Does whiskey make you a better welder? Only if it's early in the next morning. Gotta smooth up. No, he normally won't weld nothing too serious if he's been drinking. At least he hasn't with me. Yes, Rick. We've had, man. So me and Greg and Seth, you know, like the story before, me and Seth have known each other our whole lives pretty much. But Greg and Shane and Rick, Greg's brother. I mean, like I said, I got stories for days, and we've only been friends like where we hung out for like the last 3 or 4 years. So we have, I mean, for only being buddies that long, and Greg and Rick and Shane and all those guys, they have some crazy ass stories. That's kind of why I was wanting to get Greg on here. You know, get him loosened up a little bit, and grease his gears a little bit. Try to get him on here and yeah, and tell some stories or whatever. But oh yeah. Well, guys, God, I still got 12 people. I wouldn't even know where to start. Oh, but I can get you started. I got a dude. I literally, I keep showing you this. It's a blank piece of cardboard, but I literally have questions for you, dude. I was like acting like I had like some sort of, I have a question for Greg. How fast did Shane go at Coos Bay the day he outran Seth? I'll wait. Okay, so if anybody's on here, 570s. Okay, I'm gonna tell this story. This is a racing story. So Shane used to have a small block Chevy. I think it was a 454 small block or 434 small block Chevy. And this is when we first started hanging out with Greg and Shane and all them guys. And Shane and Seth made it to the finals, I think. I'm pretty sure they were in the finals together. And we were going, I mean, we were going 30s or 20s or something. I'm pretty sure we were going 530s or 20s or something with Seth's car. This was years ago. This is when, Probsy. This is years ago when, before Shane had the turbo stuff. I know that he's been a little bit faster than a 570 now with the turbo stuff. But so I go up to Shane and Greg, and I knew the car ran good. It didn't, at this point in time, I don't even think he was running wheelie bars on it. But they had the thing working pretty well. It was a small block car with a shitload of nitrous. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they were spraying 700 or 800 horsepower through that thing. Whatever, dude. Shane's probably sitting there giggling, talking about giggling. Yeah, whatever. Actually, yeah. So they sprayed the guts out of that little small block Chevy, and it was fast. And when I don't know what I was thinking. Not that day. I don't know what I was thinking, but I went up to Shane. I didn't even hardly know the guy. I mean, just barely knew him. I mean, we were friends and all that stuff. Like we get along with everybody really. Unless you have a blower and a beard, then there's kind of always a grudge kind of deal. But that was Medford when it smoked all the plugs. Oh, but no, I'm talking about Coos Bay. This is a Coos Bay story. So but we won that event, I think. Yes, I think you did. You did. But and all kidding aside, I like the Brennerman brothers, and that's who I was referring to with the beards and the blowers. You know what I mean? But so I go up to Shane. I go, hey, how fast are you guys going? And Shane looked at me and he kind of like, you know, his dorky little laugh, you know, and he goes, 570s. And I was thinking, wow, you know what I mean? Okay. And to that point, there wasn't nobody that was even close to Seth. I mean, this was like when we really first started the no prep scene around here. So, I mean, Seth, God, I don't even know. There wasn't a whole lot of competition at this point in time until the Gandhi started coming around and racing with us, you know what I mean? Or racing us. But I know, and they're not even on here. I'm talking shit about them, and they're not even on here. But I would say the same shit if they're here. But so, anyways, getting sidetracked with the comments. I like the comments, guys. The comments help me out a lot to keep stories going and whatnot. But so Shane tells me 570. So I go over to Seth's car, and I'm not saying that I tune Seth's car, but we collaborate together. And I punch the keyboards. I feel like Seth trusts me, and I trust him. There's times that he tells me to turn it up, and I turn it down between you and I. But I went over there, and I was thinking, you know what? Let's not smoke the tires. Let's go A to B. Let's, you know, if this guy's going 570s, which I should have known better. I mean, this is a rookie mistake. This guy's going 570s. Let's go 530, 540. Tractor on down through there. You cut a good light. He ain't got a chance. And that fucker went out there, and I'm pretty sure he treed Seth and outran us. I walk over there and I go 570, and he's got a grin ear to ear. And he goes, that's what it's running. And I was just like, you son of a bitch. So he hustled me. So now, I mean, even though that I've tried to help Shane and all that stuff, that's the story. That son of a bitch runs 570s in every car that he owns. You know what's funny is this small tire car, I'm pretty sure the first pass that he ran it on nitrous, it went like 570. His orange small tire car. There's nothing wrong with that, David. There's nothing wrong. I like to give the Brennermans a hard time. They kind of were. They've never really done anything wrong. I just like to give them a hard time. They're good people for the most part. I think. I don't know. They seem really good. Now people know why I always say 570s. Yeah, so I've asked Greg. I mean, me and Greg have become pretty good friends. He knows that I keep everything pretty well tied up as far as like letting anybody know what they're running. But so I kind of have an understanding on how fast they're going. It'll probably be pretty tight-lipped now that holy freaking heck, 100 and hold up, 14 people. Okay, heck yeah, cheers. We're an hour and 25 minutes in, guys, and I got more people on here now, so I guess we're just getting fired up. Nobody's gonna watch this back, I bet. I mean, hour and a half, that's crazy. Thanks everybody so far that's watched us, and if you have watched it and you think it's good or whatever, tell a friend, share it to a friend that thinks they might want to watch it when they're sitting at home or something. Shane did go really good in Vegas right up until he didn't. Yeah, they are. I like Adam. I like Justin. It's pretty cool that Lincoln, they're getting Lincoln involved, and I feel like he's pretty motivated. So hopefully he keeps that motivation. They really work the streets. I think like 557 or something. Oh fuck, Greg. You got your numbers fucked up. Shane's Nova is no joke. Big time. It is kind of a joke. The joke about it is Shane, I'll put him on Front Street, he don't like to turn that thing down. He likes to drive with his foot. So he don't power manage. He power manages with his foot. But in his defense, you're way good at science. I don't know how to spell science correctly. Heck yeah, I got 15 people on here. Now I gotta pee though, and I'm almost done with the beer. Like I said, I need to have a little beer counter. Boom, boom. Yeah, I've talked to the B&B at Woodburn. I agree. Cool guys. Science. But I don't know where I was going with Shane. I was trying to talk smack on him, but it's hard to talk smack on him. He's pretty mellow. If anybody knows Shane, he's pretty mellow. But he's a driving machine. I did lose $100 on him one night when he hit the wall racing Jason Hogan in the Chevelle. So, and the wall. So I'm gonna need that $100 back anytime, Shane. Jesse Pickman is a good at science. Jesse Pickman. Okay, Shane needs to paint that Nova and polish all the aluminum, but that's just my opinion. Then you're not gonna like my Chevelle, because I'm more of a functional type cat. I'm really not into cleanliness or anything like that. I mean, I do want it to, it'll look somewhat clean and everything, but I feel like Shane's kind of the same way. Yeah, 15 viewers, heck yeah. I'm gonna have to take a pee here in a minute. I'm almost out of beer. It's all painted up. Yeah, it is. Rick's dad just repainted Shane's big tire car. It looks really good. It looks really nice. I think didn't he already tear up the quarter panel after he painted it? I'm gonna go pee real quick. I'm gonna grab another beer. Damn it. Sorry. It's all painted up. 15 beers. Okay. Number 3. Like I said, I need a little beer counter up there. I've been watching Stevie Fast and Lyle Barnett. If you guys haven't already found it or seen it, it's what the heck? They're calling it the Shake and Bake Show. It don't really cater to what we do as far as like the no prep and stuff like that. They're pretty hard on the no prep guys and stuff like that. But if you guys want a podcast, I'll be right back, guys. I gotta plug this phone in or it will die. Anyways, go check out the Shake and Bake Show. Stevie Fast Jackson and Lyle Barnett. It's really good, and I'm one of them guys that I get to run equipment. So hold on just a second. I'm gonna run and grab my my phone charger. I'll be right back. Sorry guys, I know this will gain some viewers. Hold up. Alright guys, sorry. This is a really nice channel. 1%, I nailed it. Alright, let me get caught up. I'm sorry guys. Have you looked at the No Name Nationals? That was pretty frustrating. I can't believe that. Sorry, I don't even know where I was at. My phone died. Trying to get this. Yeah, there we go. My phone died. I lost some viewers. Man, we've been on here a minute. Who's still on here? Think phone died. Is he out adjusting them rabbit ears? Damn interwebs, internet gone fishing, Coors Light spill. Sorry guys. I had it all dialed in. Thanks for being patient. My phone died again. Damn interwebs. I better put my tinfoil hat on. Sorry guys. 5 people, no. I'm still in the garage trying to figure out why I have washes left over. Yeah, I feel you. I'm in the same boat. What the hell did I do the other day? And I had a bunch of stuff. Oh, I was making a sub harness for my coils. And it comes with these little crimp style special fittings that go in. It's just a Holley connector. And so I got them all pinned. So I had all 8 pinned up. And I had 2 connectors left. Well, I know that in the past, all like Seth's car and Shane's car and like all these cars that I've ever wired, Chad's car and all those, they don't ever send extra pins. So if you mess up, I usually try to order some extra pins because I always mess up. You know, there's always something that you're like, oh man, and you gotta go back and replace that pin. But I had 2 extra pins, so I was second guessing all my work, and it's all loomed and shrink wrapped and all covered up, and I'm like, do I cut all this apart or do I just... So I kind of went back through everything and took my multimeter and just made sure all the wires were right. Okay, so I'm back, baby. I'm still in the garage, blah, blah, blah. No Name Nationals. I have looked into it. I'm not against it. I just honestly don't think this car, and I'm not trying to be, I just don't know if this car will fit that deal. Extra pins equal more data. Yeah, no shit. I don't know if this car is kind of it's not a grudge car, but it's like, it's a street race, no prep car. It'd be fun to go to one of those events or whatever, that No Name Nationals or whatever. But it's just, I don't know. And don't get me wrong, I'm gonna look into it. It's one of them things that my brain only has so much capacity. And at this point in time, I'm just trying to get the car done. So I don't want to put anything on a schedule, because in the past that's always kind of bite me in the ass if I have a deadline. I do have a deadline in my head to where I want to make it run and drive and test and do all that stuff, but I'm not completely against it, so don't get me wrong in that point. But I just don't really, I looked into it, it just didn't really look like, this car is not a car that you can drive long distances. It's not, I don't claim for it to be exactly. But I don't claim for this car to be like a car that I'm going to get in and drive and go get hamburgers or anything like that. Will I? Yes, I will trailer it somewhere like Graffiti Weekend, or somewhere where it's within, 5 or 6 miles. First off, this car's going to be on methanol, so it's not like I have the capacity to travel that far anyway. And not only that, the price of oil and all that stuff, and methanol, everybody knows how you milk the oil and do all that stuff. Hopefully I'll learn this EFI good enough to where I can trim up some of the fuel stuff down low to where I'm not milkshaking the oil. But it will still all be new to me, so we'll be learning as we go. Man, I really feel like, but no. Yes, definitely this car will not be a drag and drive car at this point. Honestly, the car before was fairly streetable, even with the 546 in it, with the carburetor and all that stuff. I drove it a fair amount. I mean, I wouldn't have trusted it to drive it real far or whatever, like to Medford or anything like that. But I would have drove it. I called it a street car. Shit, it had turn signals, all that shit. I elected not to put turn signals in it or anything like that. It'll have headlights. It is I built it to grudge it or street race it or no prep race it or do whatever the hell I want to do with the car. I feel like that No Name National things is a really cool deal, but all the pictures of the cars that I've seen, honestly, just it'd be great for the channel and all that stuff, but they just didn't really look like what I have. And like I said, I don't want to sound ignorant saying it like that, but that's just kind of was my first take on it. Now, will I revisit that deal once the car's done and I'm kind of trying to set some sort of schedule or something like that, and if it makes sense, hell yeah, I'll do it. LS1, baby. So, with that being said, man, that LS life really starting to look it's starting to look pretty, good. I seen, the other day I seen a car on YouTube, and this guy literally changed the camshaft. He tore the motor completely apart. He changed the camshaft. He put studded heads in it. I can't even talk. What do you expect to run? Hold on, I'll go back to that here in a minute. So he put head studs in it. What else? He was going to change the oil pump, and he couldn't get an oil pump for it because he was on a deadline to get it done. What else? He pulled it apart, gapped the rings, cleaned everything, changed the cam, lifters, valve springs. He had a decent intake manifold. It had cathedral port cylinder heads on it. And that was like it, man. It was like basic. And he had twin 70 some millimeter 76s, I think. And that thing made like 1280 to the tire. And I was just like, what? And it was a cast block 5.3. And I was just like, I was super impressed with that. I mean, I know that's probably not a normal thing, and I know it's probably not like something that is really going to be like where you can beat on that all day long and expect it to have like some sort of longevity or whatever. But it's very attractive to me because you can build those for cheap, you know what I mean? And yeah, I don't know. Very interesting. So, Josh Cox, what do you expect to run? I really don't have no expectations. Now, what does it need to run? I feel like it needs to run to do what I plan on doing with it, and I plan on street racing the car. I plan on no prep racing it. I don't really plan on really throwing the beans to this thing as far as like boost, because it's not a boosted motor. Like, it still has a ton of compression. It has really nice. It's a really nice unit, you know. But I don't want to burn it up. Well, first off, I can't afford to. If I burn this deal up, that's why I talked about the LS stuff. If I burn this deal up, I'm going to be done for a little while until I can either put, you know, obviously I'll weigh out the financial end of it, what's going to be cheaper or better, you know, and be smart about it. But I'll either put an LS in it, and I'll hopefully be able to sweet talk my buddy Greg into building a turbo kit for it, and I'll either put a single turbo on it, or put twin turbo, put my twins on it, or whatever. But I'll go to that LS. I don't have a problem doing that. Honestly, it'd probably be more fun. I plan on eventually putting a radiator in the back underneath the car, in the trunk, underneath the trunk. So then I might, you know, like I said, I am brand new to the fuel injection world. I'm not dumb, but I'm definitely not smart. If I am not afraid to learn something and dig in and get in there and learn it. But as far as like, if you expect me to build a tune from scratch or anything like that, I'm not the guy. But I feel like my plan and my goal is to be able to have a car that I can load up and I'm smooth brain knuckle dragging if I heck yeah. But where I can load up and take it places and be competitive. Like I said, I don't want to beat a dead horse and make you guys think that I'm just some complete broke dick when I really am. I'm like, not. I don't have a budget at all. Like, I save and I do this and I do that. I do side jobs. I don't pay bills. I do shit that I shouldn't do sometimes. Buy RC car parts. Do shit that it absolutely doesn't make any sense. But this is my jam. Like, I really like this stuff. So, anyways, that was kind of a long rant for no reason, but. So it would be nice if the car would go on a reasonable sticky track go a 5.0, 490, 480. I feel like if it'll do that with this motor, 150, 155 would be cool. And I really don't think it's out of the picture. This 546 cubic inch has 18-degree dart heads. Sorry guys, that might have been really loud. 18-degree dart heads. It's got a true. Man, holy crap. My buddy coming at me with the reel. It is. It's a short life, and you can always make more money, but you can't make memories, man. And I agree. Dude, that's like one of the coolest things that Greg's ever said to me, honestly. But I gotta squint sometimes. I can't. Okay, never mind. My screen just went black, or didn't go black, but went dark. So I was like, what the hell's going on? Anywho, I forgot where I was going with that. Greg got me all emotional. Copy. I have a Z. Message retracted. Okay, well that wasn't good then. Sorry, Josh. Wow, we're at 1:48, dude, and I feel like we've carried on with all these stupid glitches and me being illiterate, illiterate, whatever the hell that smart word is, stupid. And screwing this live feed up and all this stuff. I feel like it's going pretty good. Carrying 10 to 15 people on here all night for an hour and 40 some minutes. And it's been pretty fun, but honestly, I feel like use science, bud. It's not a minute, it's an hour. Huh? Your science, bud. It's not a minute, it's an hour. I don't know what that even means, but it's been an hour and 48 minutes, bud. Doing way better than I could think of doing. Well, the thing about this is, guys, is like I said, my plan was to have Greg on here. I told him that I was going to do it, and I was going to try to get him on here. It probably would have made for a better live feed. And but there's always another day. Like I said, this deal was not intended. It's fun. I really enjoy, like, I live kind of south of everybody, so I don't have a lot of friends that like come and visit me or anything like that. So this is the next best thing, to be able to get on here, bullshit with everybody, show everybody what I got going on. Before we get off here, I'm hoping my phone will be charged up enough where I can unplug my phone and show you guys. I got the front end on the car, as you guys seen in the video before. If you haven't, go back and look. Too fast done. Too fast done. Huh? What are you talking about, Greg? God, see? I don't know. Are these drags this year at Graffiti? There's not drag racing at the airport. Graffiti weekend is the second weekend. It's the weekend of the 4th of July, I think. But please just look it up. God dang it. Sorry, I'm sure that's loud. I keep dropping this fender washer on my hood. Look it up. I believe it's like the 8th through the 9th, or I don't know. It's like the weekend of the 4th of July, I think. I don't know. I'm not that. No, there will not be any races at like the airport. I don't know what we'll end up doing. I'll probably, if this car's lined out, I'm gonna be pretty hot to try to dig up a race on the street. I don't really plan on going out in racing at night, like late, like we used to do. It's getting to the point where I mean, I'll go out there and watch or whatever, but this car and the Caliber car, uh, graffiti, July 5th through the 9th. So I was close. But I just it's almost impossible to get like this car or Seth's car or whatever. It just doesn't make sense to get them out there, and especially if we can race somewhere where nobody kind of knows, and that sucks for you guys, but that's why the social media, I'm hoping the social media will grow a little bit. But if we can get, where I can film stuff and do all that stuff, you guys will get to watch it. But and everybody, I always get these people that are like, hey, why didn't you call me? Like people that are like acquaintance or whatever that I work with or whatever. And it's like, dude, if I called you, then you call your brother, and then your sister would come with her 4 kids, and and then next thing you know, we have 350 freaking people there. And no offense to anybody, I'd like to invite everybody if it made sense, but it doesn't. You can't do that. And it's hard to tell people no. Like I have trouble like telling people no. Like I'm so when somebody says, hey, are you guys racing? Where are you racing? Whatever. And it's like I either don't reply, or I just, at this point in time, I just kind of just tell them how it is, kind of like I'm doing right now. But it's no fun when you're out there and there's people all around. And set up a PayPal and Cash App for the people. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that quite yet. I do have a PayPal and stuff like that. Thank you. That would be great and stuff like that. I'd rather wait until I get this t-shirt deal lined up. If you guys want to buy t-shirts, I'd rather do that. So then you guys at least get something in return aside from me just rattling on here. But I'm not in this. I'll tell you my overall pipe dream goal, and it would be to be able to race for a living, or race, not even for a living. I don't mind working. I don't mind going to my everyday job or whatever. But my overall goal with the YouTube and but my overall goal is basically to be able to plan ahead and afford to be able to travel and hopefully somewhat help pay for itself. And it's doable, guys. Like I feel like it takes a lot of effort. Like these YouTube videos, it's a grind, and it's not easy, and like there's tricks to it. It's frustrating when you put 5, 6, 7 hours into editing a video and you post it and it gets 200 views or 150 views and all that stuff. But I just got to keep in the back of my head that if you keep pushing, keep driving, people will see the passion that I have for this stuff, for racing, and not only just the racing. Like I enjoy helping. I like tuning cars. I like all that stuff. So I genuinely love the sport. So I'm not doing it for the money, but the overall goal, the pipe dream goal, would to be able to travel around a little bit between here and California, maybe once a year, try to go back east, race with, either in Texas, Ohio, Kansas City, somewhere back there, to where it'll give you guys something to watch as far as like getting to see me and a few of my friends. I'm sure that Greg and Seth and all those guys will go with me with their cars and all that stuff. Sometimes it just takes one person to have the the means or whatever to go. So that's kind of my overall goal. And like I said, the car has to be fast enough. I'm not going to go back there to be sitting duck. I want the car to be fast. So with that being said, hopefully we can hit the ground running with this bad boy. And hold up just a second, let me read this. Seen some YouTube guys posting street stuff then getting busted by the law. Be careful. Yeah, I don't think, honestly, that's kind of a weird deal. Yeah. You got to take all that stuff fairly with a grain of salt. As far as like, I don't think it's the YouTube people's fault. A lot of problems with street races is the spectators. And no, like I said, I'm not going to go back on what I was just saying, but that's the biggest problem is you can't have spectators, because guess what? Spectators bring their own cars that they drive out there. They bring 3-4 people. Every person that comes, they do that, 4 or 5 people. Easily, a 6, 7, 8 car shootout, you can have 150 people out there, and 150 of those, or 100 and, you know, I'm not a math, but 130 some of the people of those shouldn't even be out there. They literally should not even be out there. Does it suck for them? Yeah, it does, because who doesn't want to go out and watch a good street race? But that just draws attention. That's why, and it's no, I'm not trying to do that, like the quiet thing and be quiet and keep everything quiet to be a jerk. I'm doing it because if we don't, it don't happen. It don't work, you know what I mean? So I feel like, I don't think it's YouTube channel's fault. There's no cops out there, and I could be wrong, you know what I mean? But I don't think there's nobody looking at these channels going, man, you know, this person, there's no time for that. So what is getting these street races busted is people sharing, videoing, live feeding, being live at a race. And it's just, it doesn't make sense. So, with that being said, yeah, that's kind of a weird deal. And once this car's done, I'm not the channel that you're gonna see the whole race. You're gonna see my journey and my buddies' journeys. Like, I'll video Seth, I'll video Chad, I'll video all my friends that we race together with, you know. If it'll make content that makes sense to me and my journey, then I'll video it. But I'm not gonna put on a street race, or, you know, if I put on a street race, I might do some videoing and create a video out of it. But I'm not the type of person like 1320 video or even like the races. Once a car's done, I'm going to go to a race and I'm going to video everything that I'm doing. I'll do that. I'll do, like I said, the stuff inside the car. I think it's cool, you know, in between rounds when I can, as long as everything's going smooth where I have time, or if I have some help videoing and all that stuff. But it's kind of a slippery slope, like I said, that whole deal. And not to go off, Rick, not to go off on like this big old tangent or whatever, but I see that, and it almost gives the YouTube guys a bad name when street racing is stupid to begin with. We street race, it's illegal and stupid. It really is stupid. But if you've never done it before, like competitively, where it's safe, you know, as safe as it can be, quote, then it's really hard for me to even take anybody serious that knocks it, because it's a different feeling when you let the button go on a road and it's dark and you are trusting your skill and the ability to maneuver that car down the frickin' street next to somebody else that is doing the same thing. So, I don't know. Like I said, not to get off. I understand what you're saying with that. And I definitely will, I will be careful and all the, all that stuff. All right, guys, I'm okay. I think we got 8 people on here. We've been on here. It's 9:06. So I'm gonna chug this beer, and I think we're gonna close this deal out. I don't want to lose nobody else. And like I said, this is getting kind of drug on. I'm not really running out of stuff to talk about, but I want to eventually get this deal set up, like I said, where we can get people on here, or even have people come over when I do this. Like if somebody's local, it'd be easier just to set it up and have somebody come over while I'm doing it. But I've been taking notes and all that stuff to talk about some stuff like that. So once the car's done, and it'd be fun to go live when we're working on the car sometimes, and kind of see what you guys think, let everybody that follows the channel, that are my friends, that are real followers or whatever, see what we got going on. But anyways, I'm gonna chug this beer, and I'll probably call it a night as far as the YouTube stuff goes, or the live feed goes. I'm gonna get on working on Tom Gray's car tonight. I got a few things that I can do really quick, but I do need to get some sleep. I worked long hours this week, and anyways, keep your eye out for, like I said, when I get those t-shirts made. Those probably be hopefully within a month or two. I'll have some t-shirts out where you guys can help me. It'll be greatly appreciated. And all the money that I make off of it will go into the car or back into the program. And if there's even better, if free help is, just share this deal. If you're talking to your friends or anything like that, just share this channel. It's gonna get fun once the car's done. Like I said, these are boring ass videos. That's why I decided to kind of start doing the live thing. And if you guys want to, I can flip this camera around before we get off here, so you guys can see the front end on the car and all that stuff. The car is freaking filthy. The front end was in my dad's storage house, and so there's like bird shit all over the car and stuff like that, all over the front end and stuff. So it's filthy, but it's starting to come together. I got 95% of the wiring done. I still need to wire the headlights and tail lights and all that stuff, but all the fuel injection stuff's wired. I gotta still make a sub harness for the coil pack on the even bank. As soon as that's done, man, I need a crank trigger. I need a EGT CAN bus. And then we'll get it up to Greg's, do all that stuff we need to do up there, and we'll try to light this thing off hopefully within the next month and a half, maybe 2 months. Like I said, guys, I'm kind of to a point where I'm running low on money, and I was going to start like a pre-order on t-shirts and stuff like that. I decided not to. I'm going to go ahead and try to just go ahead and bite the bullet and try to get these t-shirts made, because I don't want to deal with having to track all that stuff. I will ship the t-shirts at for the price of the t-shirts, you know what I mean? So when I get to that point, so just keep your eyes out for that, guys. And like I said, please share this, like and subscribe, all the goods. I'm gonna flip this deal around. Ooh. Yeah, buddy. So it's kind of, I can't really, I don't got the bumper or the headlight bezels or nothing like that on. But starting to look like a hot rod. I'm getting excited. Hopefully you guys are too. But anyways, we'll catch you guys in the next one. It'll probably be another couple weeks. I'll try to do my homework on figuring out how to get people on here. Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next one, and enjoy your guys' night.